appreciate you taking part in our senior week. I know this is a weird experience. We've talked with seniors all week long. What's been the reaction in Florida to kind of play just stopping and not having a chance to have a state championship?
Well, for us, it was really abrupt and it was just really unknown because everything kind of stopped. And for us, at least, at first, we were on spring break and then they just extended our spring break by 1 week and still made it seem like there was a possibility that the season could continue after that. And then they, after a couple weeks, finally announced that everything would be online the rest of the year. So it was kind of a hard transition because we really didn't have any idea of what would happen or not and if we would be able to come back or not. So we're all just trying to adjust to that, I think.
And what's been the communication from your coaches? What's been the conversations like amongst you and your teammates as you navigate this whole time?
So our coach has been in contact with us pretty much every day. She's been really positive and trying to keep us motivated. Every day she sends us like a workout video of what she did that day to try to get us to not be lazy every day. And we've all been in contact and try to encourage each other and just try to spread positivity because it's really hard for everybody right now.
Really good program at your school. I'm sure you had a lot of big expectations for this year. You don't get a chance to do that this season, but as you think back on the previous 3 years, what are some of the big memories and moments that come to mind?
So obviously my freshman year we won states, which was really, really exciting. And that was kind of a motivation for the rest of our high school experience to make it back there this year. But also all the travel tournaments we went on, our team is really fortunate that we got to do multiple of those every year, which a lot of people don't get to do. So those all have a bunch of good memories, and those, whether we won medals or not, they were all really fun for us.
In these conversations, we try and give people a little bit of an idea of what high school water polo looks like in a specific state. So for people that only have a little bit of knowledge of Florida, maybe they know that there's kind of the South Florida powerhouses, Miami area, and then you have the Orlando area that has gotten better over the last couple of years. A
Mm-hmm.
little bit of growth, right, in maybe Tampa, Gainesville, those sorts of areas. What's been your experience? What's been the competition like between the different areas of the state?
So obviously, like you said, in Central Florida, there are a few pretty good programs here, but definitely the South Florida teams are like our biggest competition. And we get to play them at travel tournaments usually. We don't have any like normal games against them, which makes all of our tournaments more stressful, but also exciting and stuff because we know that we always get a good game when we play against those teams. So it can be intimidating over the years, but it's always exciting. And playing the South Florida teams always makes us better. So definitely competition with the South Florida teams, I'd say.
Yeah, I feel like that happens in a couple of different states where there's an area that maybe has been the dominant area, and then someone new crops up and is able to get some important wins. So when you're able to beat one of those South Florida teams or play them close, is that
Mhm.
extra special? What's kind of the feeling to that?
It's for sure extra special, especially because in the beginning, like my sophomore year of high school, we had lost a lot of our seniors that won states for us the year before. So we were trying to rebuild and stuff. And so we had a lot of games where we struggled against the South Florida teams and we got defeated really badly. But in the last couple of years, we've come back and been able to beat them back. So obviously getting those wins back and knowing that like we deserved it ourselves feels so special for us.
What are you going to miss the most about being a part of this team?
Just playing with my teammates. We've all become really, really good friends over the years. And I wish that we had gotten to like play together one last time, knowing that it would be our last time, because obviously that's just the most fun thing to do. And just hanging out in and out of the pool, we saw each other like basically every day. So I'll just miss that.
And then about the sport itself, is there something about water polo that you really came to love when you think about the game?
Yeah, for sure. When I first joined water polo, I wasn't very aggressive in the pool or anything, and I was really timid with everything. But as I learned, like the most fun of the sport is being able to be aggressive and like get in there. And I don't think there's a lot of other sports where you can do that. And also the mental aspect of it too. It's a really good mental game as well, and takes a lot of like mental understanding of everything. So the combination of both of those things is just something I'll miss for sure.
So what's next for you as far as more water polo in your future, college? What do you have in mind?
So I'm going to the University of Florida in the fall, and they have a really successful club team there. So I'm definitely planning on joining their club team and hopefully continuing that for the next 4 years too, so that I can keep playing and keep to the schedule, but also stay in state. So
Yeah, we just talked to the University of Florida coach a couple weeks ago. You probably know this, but it's no joke over there.
Yeah,
It's not the club water polo
right.
where it's half party, half water polo. They're really in it to win it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm looking forward to join a club team that's serious and I can keep me on like a strict schedule and stuff like that because that's what I need. So,
So when a season ends like this, you obviously don't have the playoffs, but then you're missing all that other stuff that happens, senior banquet or awards. What is there anything in the works, or have you done something virtually to try and get together as a group as this season has been canceled?
so we never got to have our actual senior night during the season. So just the other night, all the juniors and all the underclassmen on our team had organized like a drive-in senior night for all of us, and we had no idea that it was happening or how big it was going to be. But the whole team basically drove to this really big field, and we were all spread out. But the juniors had made a bunch of gifts for us, and all the parents came together to make stuff for us. So that was really special, and that was the first time that we had all seen each other in a while. So we just did that.
Excellent. Well, Shelby, thanks for taking the time here. Congrats on a great career and best of
Thank
luck
you.
at University of Florida.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.